What's going on, everybody? Paul Jose Wong here, currently playing basketball overseas at the university level, and I started playing when I was 17 years old. We're going to be going over the main differences between playing basketball overseas, specifically at a professional basketball academy, which was in Spain, and the university level, which is in the UK, versus playing basketball in college in the United States of America. The first point I'm gonna have to say is the conditioning aspect during the preseason. When I was playing D3 in Oregon, those practices were like a boot camp, meaning that if you were 6'3" and under, you had to run a mile in 6 minutes or less. We did this the first day before practice, and it was at 5:30 a.m. in the morning. And if you were 6'3" and above, you could run the mile in 6 minutes and 15 seconds or less. If you do not make that time with those height requirements, you would have to do it the same time in the morning the next day. And you would have to keep doing it until you would get it right. And this is not even about a practice like on the basketball court. You gotta basically do this mile run before you enter the basketball practice. This is what gives you the right to just train with the team. We ran certain type of suicides within a certain time limit, and if one person did not make it, we would have to start over and keep doing it until we would make it as a team. It's touching a free throw line back, half court line back, and then the other two lines of the other free throw line and the full court line back in 30 to 32 seconds or less. We also did 10s, which is down and back 5 times in a minute to a minute and 5 seconds or less. This is out of a team of 15 guys. If one guy doesn't make it, you gotta redo it. The other thing with the basketball academy in Spain, the conditioning was pretty straightforward. I think the most we had to do were some suicides that were not timed. And as for the basketball practices at the university level in the UK, the preseason is really chill. They just expect you to already be in conditioned, and I think in my personal opinion, the practices are very similar to like how in-season practices are. You're just running plays and you're just scrimmaging. Now, as for the Pro Basketball Academy in Spain, they already expect you to come in shape for the season, but here's the catch. We would lift as a team 4 times a week. These lifts had a lot of benefits for mobility and recovery and overall injury prevention. The other thing is the type of defenses people usually run. I know one similarity between the overseas basketball academy in Spain and just playing college in the US, a lot of pressure defense with pressing the ball 94 feet consistently. Like, we just do this as much as we can, even though if we're tired. As for the UK though, with the university, a lot of the times I was really surprised of how teams play 2-3, like a zone defense, and we usually have that or a 1-3-1 zone. A lot of containment with the ball instead of always pressurized defense man on man. Physicality is a similarity that I've seen all over from college to a professional basketball academy, whether it was in the UK, Spain, or the US. People are always crashing boards, just trying to push each other out of the way without the referees knowing, all that good stuff, just for extra ball possessions and just to find any little type of gritty thing to win a basketball game. Here's the difference though. In Spain, a lot of the times referees will call calls, but more in favor for the local teams, meaning that at the professional basketball academy, a lot of us were Americans. And when we would play against those local teams in Spain, man, those referees would give every call against us and every call for the local teams. For instance, one time I seen a shot go up, some guy from the local Spanish team, he caught the rebound with his leg up in the air like he kicked it, and he kicked some dude on my team, and the guy fell. Guy catches the rebound, kicks it out to the outlet, referee doesn't call anything, play ball. College ball in the US, referees would pretty much call that, and just a lot of fouls that involve extending of the shoulder, elbows, etc., just more evenly out between both teams and not only one-sided. In the UK, it's more similar to Spain, how it was in a way, but it's weird because a lot of us on the team are UK citizens. There's only like a few Americans or non-UK players. I feel like overall, the referees will be neutral for both teams. The only times I've seen the referees being against another team is if, in my opinion, once they find out you're the American player on that team, they're gonna let a lot of the local players foul you and not really give you those calls. Like maybe if a team fouls you 5 times, you'll get maybe one call. And a lot of the times too, I felt this personally. I'm not saying I'm like that with basketball, although I am improving every single day. But one thing I've seen though is sometimes I feel there are some players on the opposing team that will literally just try to hurt you and be overly too physical on the basketball court and just hack you with fouls, and the referees will let it slide. For instance, one of the games I scored a high volume amount of points. Later on in a couple months when I play that exact same team, man, I fell 6 times just through like some dirty plays. But at the end of the day, it's just basketball, so it's not really personal. But yeah, there you have it. In my experience so far, this is just all these differences and similarities I've seen within playing the game of basketball versus in Spain, in the UK, and in the United States at the university level. Again, this has to do with physicality, how some of the practices are, conditioning schemes, team schemes, how the referees will ref a game. Anyways, much love, follow the journey. We're in the mid of the season right now, just playing basketball at the UK university level, and we will see what is stored for us next. Much love.